Hey, what's up everyone? Happy Dude here. Now, I wasn't really sure if I was going to like Battlefield 6 after playing the beta. I had a lot of glitches, errors, bugs, crashes, and sometimes the game didn't want to start. I also didn't like the maps. But in the final game, they fixed that. They've also added some new maps and also added an old but a good one, Firestorm from Battlefield 3. And after seeing a lot of gameplay and reviews on YouTube and a lot of people recommend the game, I was starting to get an itch for that old Battlefield feeling. So maybe I should give it a shot. But I didn't want to spend 70 euros on it. I don't think it's worth that much. But I found a way. On the EA app, you can subscribe for a Play Pro account. It only costs 18 euro for a month. And then you can play a lot of games for free. And Battlefield 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 is all included. Okay, and now I want to see if the performance in the final game is actually better than the beta, because they've made a lot of tweaks. And we also got a official driver update for the 1080 Ti, and this will be the last driver update that this card will get. Yes, you heard that right. They've stopped supporting the driver updates for this legendary card. It's a sad day. Oh, and they've also stopped updates for Windows 10. And here you can see the performance for Battlefield 6 beta. The resolution is at 1440p and the graphic settings are at ultra. And don't forget, I was running Mghz Afterburner and OBS in the background, so that always lowers the FPS a bit. So you can see it here between 40 and 50, but without those programs, it's just under 60 FPS. I believe it was averaging 55 FPS. And now it's time to test the final version of Battlefield 6. And they've added a custom search. Now, it's not a full web browser like we got in all the other Battlefields, but at least it's something. So I'm really happy that they've added that. Now, the graphics are on the same ultra setting and the resolution is also the same at 1440p. And I also was going to test it on the same map to get a fair comparison, but something went wrong. I got this error message, and it's the same story as I had with the beta. After 2 days of playing, I got that error message even though I didn't change anything to my computer. I didn't do any new updates or install new software. So I searched Google, and apparently a lot of people are having this problem and there isn't really a fix for it. I've tried lowering the graphic settings and the resolution. I've installed the driver update again, even reinstalled the game, but it just keeps happening. And I'm not the only one. You can see a lot of videos about this on YouTube, but nobody has a fix for it. And there are a lot of replies on this subject on the EA forum, but nothing works. I've also contacted EA. They are working on a fix, but yeah, nothing in the pipelines yet. And I know it's not my PC because I didn't change anything on it while I was sleeping. And also the story mode still works even on the max settings, and all my other games run fine. So I'm gonna use some footage from yesterday. It's a different map, it's Firestorm, and the graphic settings are on auto, so most settings are ultra and high, so that's about the same. But even if you change it to all high or all medium, it only makes a difference for about a max of 5 FPS. And luckily the resolution is also the same, which is 1440p. And this is the FPS we are getting, also with the same two programs running in the background, OBS and MSI Afterburner, without any overclocks. And well, as you can see, the performance is about the same as in the beta. Here they are next to each other. Left is beta and right is the final version. So not a lot of optimization has happened here. I can get the FPS over 100 if I put the resolution on 1080p, but I can't show it to you because the game doesn't start because of that stupid bug that is in the game. So you guys just have to believe me. Now, I would be lying if I told you that I hate the game, which I don't. I like it, and I've tried all the maps and all the modes, and I had some fun with it. I've played the game for almost 13 hours in 2 days. Normally, I would be playing today, but, well, I got that stupid bug, so I can't play now. But I do have to tell you that I still like Battlefield 3 more. I've played the two games back to back to compare, and yeah, Battlefield 6 certainly looks nicer, but Battlefield 3 was just better to play. The performance was a lot better. I think the sound was also better. The maps were bigger. The perfect size for warfare with vehicles and ground combat. And the maps without any vehicles were also better in Battlefield 6. Even if you choose that you only want to play with soldiers and no vehicles, sometimes it just throws you into a map with vehicles in it. And also, let's take this map, Firestorm. That's almost everyone's favorite. That's why they brought it back to Battlefield 6. And according to some users, this map is now 49% smaller. And yeah, I've noticed that. And they've also made it a lot more dense. So there are a lot more obstacles. Everything is very close to each other. So it's very hard to get an advantage with a tank, and they've probably did that on purpose to bring in more players from Fortnite and Call of Duty, but I don't want those players in my Battlefield game because I play Battlefield for the vehicles, and it's also very hard to get into a attack helicopter, even though I'm spamming the keyboard to spawn into a helicopter. Fuck! I didn't get in. If two players are also spamming that button and they're on the same team, then you have no chance of getting into that vehicle. And even if I'm lucky and do get into a attack helicopter, it's so easily destroyed. And usually when they do that, they give it very good weapons, but there's no fair trade-off here because the guns on it are very weak, especially if you compare it to Battlefield 3 and 4. And I bet they also did that on purpose. Can you imagine that a vehicle is more powerful than a person? Are you crazy?
Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind?
And it's not just me. Look at this. On the first day, it had an all-time peak of 769,000 players. And the week after that, which is now, it only has 456,000 players. So it almost lost half its player base. Normally when a game is good, it should get more players or it should be a very steady number, but that's a big decline. So I was right when I told you guys in the previous video that Battlefield 6 is going to die out way faster than Battlefield 3. It's just too fast-paced, too hectic, too small, and most importantly, it doesn't feel like a real Battlefield game. So yeah, it will attract some new players from other games, but it will lose its real Battlefield player base. You see, that's what you get when you design a game that attracts more Call of Duty players than Battlefield players. There's no team play. And that's why I die a lot more in Battlefield 6. The performance is a lot worse than in Battlefield 3, the maps are not well designed, and there's no real team play. Nobody really knows what they are doing. Take for instance this clip right here that I just recorded in Battlefield 3. I'm playing with a total stranger in the helicopter, but we both know what we are doing, and therefore we owned the map.